สวัสดีค่ะทุกท่านฉันเพียงเจ้าภาพฟันแชทนะคะชื่อหงซินเจ้าของสินวัฒนะวันนี้เปลี่ยนตอนที่3แล้วนะคะ Year Up for International Expansion SME Startup Set Out for Global Growth Plan through Strategic Investors with สินวัฒนะ SME Startup ตั้งเป้าหมายทั่วโลกเปลี่ยนการเติบโตพันนักลงทุนเชิญกลยุทธ์กับสินวัฒนะ so I have we're gonna be speaking in English pretty soon so วันนี้ฉันกับสันวิทยากรจะเปลี่ยนภาษาอังกฤษนะคะ so to all my international audience. So let me introduce and myself. I'm the host for today. My name is Hong Sin and I'm the founder for Sinwatana crowdfunding in Thailand. So basically FUNDCHAT 3, the topic focuses on gear up for international expansion. Here we're referring not just only to Thai, but specifically, of course, today we have the Thai panelists that they will be all speaking and sharing in English with all the international audience. So let me also get on to talk about why we do FUNDCHAT and due to also the education, the awareness, the requests from also not just local startup SMEs, but also the international who are interested in Thai market. So in Thailand, there are many agencies. One of them, of course, in fact, all the ministry focus and support cut across all the industry, where you see that all the vertical ministry are working towards supporting startups as well as SME to expand into the international market space. And how that could be done, how we're going to do it, then that's where you get to learn today from all my 3 panelists, okay? And most importantly is that we are in Sinwatana side, we are basically going to run the Global Investor Exchange Forum coming on Q1 next year, where we're gathering through our community partner to bring on SMEs and startups who are interested to meet up with international investors. So we have decided to create a very cozy, approach such that the startup is not afraid to talk to investors. Investors, is also open for the startups. And our theme for Global Investor Exchange Forum, Bridging High Street to Global Wall Street, Transitioning to the Future. So expanding a startup, as I was just also looking up for some of the data, I'm not going to read statistic to you, okay? Basically overseas, when you are so comfortable in your own country, when you think about going overseas, you have a lot of consideration. Not just you, but generally anybody who is running a startup. But of course, for those who have already gone to international, if this is not their first time business, they generally knows what to do. So what are the consideration, right? From Pathep Thai, from Thailand side, on most of the startup that have in mind, or sometimes you get a lot of requests that is coming in from overseas. That also prompts you to think, should you also have a presence in overseas? So typically, the startups would take the first thing that come to their head is finance, the resource constraint. And that's also the reason when they raise funds through Sinwatana, we would also verify whether if they are having plan to expand overseas. So resource could be also manpower, market uncertainty. Sometimes they go to overseas to attend some exhibition, and then they come back with lots of leads, but then they also have their fear in terms of like, oh, is the market really ready for their lines of product? Okay, so international market itself comes with risks, and then how the business actually measure the risk versus those who already have experience. But of course, their concern is more than just market uncertainty or finance. They're also worried about the local terrain in terms of competitiveness. So the other one more consideration, like I constantly hear, even today when I'm in the Singapore cybersecurity event, I met good numbers of startups here. They ask, oh, I'm so interested in Thai market, but I'm so concerned over the culture, the language. So typically the language barrier, they think that Thailand don't speak English, so they're all wrong. Thailand speak Thailish and good English. So in case you're also in the industry of, where that industry has to be regulated, like Sinwatana, we're being regulated by Koloto. So compliance and regulation is extremely important. You don't do shortcut, okay? You make sure you get on the right way to do the right things, especially when you are overseas, okay? There is also, assuming if you're in consumer product or product that require you to have the use of logistics or your supply chain. Let's say your product is flying in from Thailand, what will be the best cost? If your product is perishable, what are the procedures? If you are having product like skincare or supplement, you need to go through FDAs. So these are some of the things that you have to take into consideration. Close to heart of many of the startups is also the currency fluctuations. Okay, Thai baht right now is a little weak. In Singapore currency, the currency is very strong. Like also in the US, currency is also very strong. So the currency itself would also be some of the consideration when you are thinking about gearing your company to the international market. Then like I already shared with you about competitiveness. The other typical consideration that startups share, safety, security, whether there is also like conversation of IP, but most important is the network and the connections. So through the community partners that you engage in Pratet Thai, GAP, also working with Sinwatana, all right, we talk about how do we connect you when you are into Singapore, into Malaysia, into Philippines, into Japan, into China. So it depends on the type of products and the technology or the industry that you are in. So we pace it out to understand your pain point, your requirement before we start moving on. So I think in the high level, what I've shared with you are some of the common conversation that feedback from the startups in Pratet Thai, in Thailand. Okay, so the investment industry, let me get into the few key points about FUNDCHAT. All right, is that the investment industry promises hopes, okay, for all the sectors. Even you can think of any sector, they talk about funding. Okay, so funding is consistent, and it's not just for startup SME, but even listed public listed companies also fundraise. Okay, everybody fundraise in all the different stage of their businesses. So we need not be shy about it. Similarly, for Sinwatana, we also can open and ask for funding. It's just a matter of who is interested in our business and how do we approach the investors. And, Sinwatana Fund started this whole FUNDCHAT in interest to bring a broad network of experts and partners, local, international. All right. So we want to drive the support of the business of Thailand towards, an integrated offering where we can bring on foreign direct investment into Thailand. Okay. So FUNDCHAT, we talk about democratizing capital. How do you access capital? How do you actually get connections? How do you adapt to change? What are the policies that help to strengthen your investment? What are the information that we can share with the international audience other than the locals? Okay. And of course, we also will be in the upcoming FUNDCHAT. We would also be covering topics like impact investment, social investment, green financing, new trend of investment, subject like also like the blue economy. What exactly is blue economy, right? Then there is also sustainability, carbon everything, carbon footprint, carbon trading, circular economy, technology innovation is a given. And then there is a whole list of requests that came in when we posted out FUNDCHAT. So there is a saying that I told all my FUNDCHAT listener that, all rivers flows into the ocean. So it also represents that all of us are contributing, all right, to the same big project called investment and better economy. So FUNDCHAT is all about you. Okay, so let me now get into today's subject, where I am very honored, very fortunate to be able to invite three good friends in the industry, and they are all very renowned in Prathep in Thailand. Okay, for the foreign listeners, if you want to enter Thailand, these are three people that you don't want to avoid other than getting in touch with me, right? So first person, I have Kun Jiu. I call her Kun. I usually call her Sansani, but I learned that there is a nickname called Kun Jiu. Hwasapun. She's a director, Business Innovation Center. She is very, I must say that she's more like I believe that she will become an entrepreneur if she never served the government agency. And she'll be a super rich entrepreneur. She also, BIC, Business Innovation Center, is actually under the NASDAQ. NASDAQ represent National Science Tech. If it's in the case of like structure of A-star. If it's in Indonesia, is BRIN, BRIN. I think in every of the country, they have a similar entity. I will let Kun Jiu introduce what is NASDAQ, but let me also mention that I have three others speaker. But before that, I also wanted to emphasize that Kun Jiu, she is not only experienced in the startup ecosystem, I just learned also yesterday night when I read her profile again, all right? To all the women out there who talks about women in tech, she actually started and lead the setup of women entrepreneurs communities such as Gorgeous Geek. Oh, I want to join the Gorgeous Geek chapter. Women Entrepreneur Program in also Clean Tech Open. Oh, I love this subject as well. No? My second speaker, I have Kun Pop Natti Tipot. He's the founder of BlockMountain, co-founder of Crypto City Connects. So I knew him I think more than 5 years ago, before COVID, when he first ran the BlockMountain in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
Young and dynamic, lots of fire, very fun to have, hang out with him for
Yeah.
beer. He started a beer joint. If you go Chiang Mai, you want a beer, look for him. So, you know, he believes my learning from him. I'm not reading from his bio at all. Okay. He believes that, you know, in the business field or in entrepreneurship, you need to have an environment that is open and friendly enough to bring the community on board. Okay. So he drives community, but actually he has many other businesses. So if you want to know him more, you must get in touch with him as well. So the third person that I am so also excited to have is actually Kun Udi, Dik, but already super successful. His name is Pongwood. Well, I don't want to try to pronounce his last name. Namsakun Yakma, no? Woody, later on you introduce yourself, no? So in this panel, he basically would talk more from the angle of his new creation, his new business in the metaverse space. Upon hearing what he's doing, I'm so super excited because so far I've not seen any organization is doing what he's doing. So to all my audience, I wanted to say that Pratip Thai in Thailand, we actually have a lot of cool innovation. We need to know, we need to let the industry know that we have a lot to offer. And of course, ภาษาอังกฤษก็ is a must นะ Speak English is a must. I'm sure when Woody travel, when Pop travel, when Sansani travel so much, their English improved so well, so deep, you know. So I would like to bring on, let me have all my speakers to introduce themselves. And due to also time constraint, I would also be focusing on a few key pointers so that they can zoom in to share based on this conversation on the topic of gear up startup, okay, SME, setting them out for global growth, and how they do fundraising, all right, with strategic investors through the work of Sin Watana together with our community partners. So let me bring on Kun Jiu na. Okay, the boys can chill out for a little while. Have your beer, people. So, okay. Now, I think, Jiu, I think I would like to invite this conversation with you to have you introduce yourself because some of the international audience needs to know who you are as well. What exactly is BIC, Business Innovation Center in Thailand? And, you know, how actually BIC offers to the startup and SME who are aiming to go international expansion. I know this is your next year mega project on how you will be bringing SMEs and startups out of Thailand. I know you have a big plan, okay? So, you know, you can share all of what you want to share about BIC. You have your slide, who on your slide, and then probably questions will come in from there. And then maybe also can share some of the examples of startups that you have supported, that you have successfully expanded them internationally as well. And how BIC really sees, not just sees, but identify the right startup that's ready to go overseas. So over to you, Na.
ค่ะ thank you คุณฮองจิน and สวัสดีค่ะ everyone
I think I saw someone that I know in the audience, and very honored for me to be a speaker here. So from Kun Hong Sin question, so I think firstly I will introduce about NASDAQ. So I will go quickly about NASDAQ and BIC, Business Innovation Center. We just one department under NASDAQ, but we are a key a key elements to let you tap in NASA service. So if talking about NASA, and like Kun Hong Sin mentioned, that if compare with Singapore, we are like a star in Singapore, and we also working closely. Or if you are familiar to Taiwan, we are like EP.03. So National Science and Technology Development Agency, actually 80% we are National Research Center, and we have 5 NASA pillars. It means we have 5 National Research Center: biotech, MTech, NECTech about electronic data science, nanotechnology, and the latest one of our National Research Center is NTech, energy tech. So, or everything about technology in NASA, you can come to NASA and license something that it may make your business benefit. However, we're focusing in this kind of 4 target areas. I will go quickly about NASA, but or everything about this, you can come to NASA talk and license some technology that if you think it can be add more competitive advantage to your business. So if talking about the R&D performance of NASA, if you see top 10 IP application agencies in Thailand, we are not compared just in government, but NASA, we have more than 4,000 IP. If compare with the other enterprise in Thailand. So of course, it's our main job to do research. So we have IP, so you can come and talk. And this is I think this is our very outstanding area. So we have a lot of IPs, very useful IP. So we have the service about licensing service if you're interested in some IP. And also we are welcome to do the joint research or the contract research. And BIC can help you link up to 5 National Research Center. And if you know about Thailand, before, we are one of the key players to support the STEM program. The STEM program, it's the program to put into the science and technology to our kids. But now you see that in Asia, especially in Thailand, we are going to aging society already. So the training programs, it's not just focused in STEM. So we are focusing to the upskill, reskill, and new skill. So if about technology, STI, science, technology, and innovation training is also in NASA. Okay, and this is an innovation ecosystem in Thailand Science Park. It's a headquarter in NASA. So not just a big corporate, also SME who would like to set up the R&D. So in Thailand Science Park is one of the key ecosystem, and so you will get the BOI privilege in the Thailand Science Park as well. So back to BIC, a department that I was a director. We established since 2002, and we have, I think, the first year that we established that year is a .com, so it's a 2000 around, and then we are incubated more than 1,000 tech companies, and not just tech companies. So there is a lot of people who would like to doing business based on tech. So more than 3,000 business idea join in our incubation program. Okay, and if go to the second question that Kun Hong Sin addressed, I think incubation program and the acceleration program is just one of the mechanisms that the startup or SME, they can join, and then they can know friends or they can know the government support. But I think this is what the value of BIC, of our acceleration program. For example, from last 2 years, we're talking about ESG. So we are a good partner of a COSME is Korea SME, is like Sasawal COSME in Thailand. So far 2 years, we have the collaborative project, and then we bring researcher, bring startup and SME to work with Korea SME, who is one of the leader of the ESG. So in my concept, like SME and startup, we don't need to start from scratch or go to the 0 to 1. So for example, in Singapore, we also have a good partner in Singapore, and we see that if you would like to do like a clinical trial to your medical products, you can do it in Thailand because we have a lot of people in here, but it's very hard to get the standard. So fly back to Singapore. Singapore is an international standard, and the standardization is not that kind of hard like in Thailand. So this is what BIC do to accelerate your business. We help you to crack that, how your business can growing very fast, or we call growth hacking. We are not just an incubator that support you to organic growth. And then, I think last 2 years, we see the war, Ukraine and Russia. And last 2 weeks, we see another war, something happened. So if you're not fast enough to speed up your business, I think it's very important. And startup and SME, you don't need to do it by yourself. So if you see that we have a lot of government, corporates and international partners, I think this is a key for you to help you to go to international partner. For example, if you are in the digital business, DIPA is one of the government who really give a fund for you to support you. Just some fund. I am one of the committee, selection committee for the startup, and also NIA also support you to the process innovation or product innovation funding. Yeah. So as Kun Hong Sin said, BIC we working like a startup. If you see that every 4 years we will have a new project. Back to 2016, I am one of the core team with the Science and Technology Ministry at that time to drafting Startup Thailand to the Prime Minister Prayut. And that time I think we researched a lot why startup. It's very important to Thailand at that time. And also at that year, we go to many ministers to let them know that what is a startup. And we start to initiate many projects to support the startup. And a good thing to be government is if government put it into the national agenda. So you can see many government organizations, even bank like GSB, Government Saving Bank, they also have the program support to startup. So you just turn yourself sometimes from SME to be startup, something like that. Or now we are talking about BCG. So I think one of the key success factor is if you know what is a government mechanism to support your business to growing very fast. I think that is very important. Or like Kun Hong Sin said, that investment industry is a hope. So I think BIC can help you to make a hope of investment to more precisely. It's not just a hope. So everything can be the number, can have the potentially to be success. And we are not just working from our supporting organization, because we have a good friend like Exim Bank to help you to searching that your business partner in foreign country is a good track record or not. So I think Thai government have a lot of good mechanism to support Thai startup and SMEs, also foreign startup and SME like a BOI. But you need to know which one it fit to you in which of your stage. So I think this is a key. And I think for the example of the startup, if back before COVID, if you're talking about QQ Kunjo, I think many people in Thailand know the QQ. QQ is our incubator since he is not QQ. At that time, it's another name, and he come with a dream, and he talking with us about the Q problem. So we see that it's a big pain problem. So he start doing QQ, and I think this Kunjo QQ is one of our success case. At that time, he's very successful on Q in a restaurant, and then he expand his business to 2 countries, Japan, Fukuoka, and Taiwan and Malaysia. And after he expands to international market 1 year, then COVID. So that time, the main sector of the QQ customer is restaurant. They all close. So we bring the core business of QQ to serve Q system in some area, because at that time he used a QQ to UK embassy for Thai people who would like to go back to Thailand. So Q system can help you. You don't need to go to the embassy. So you need a Q and then expand to the other segment during COVID. So I think we are like a good companion for the SME and startup, and we're helping you to see that which mechanism will fit for you to make your business speed up and to accelerate your growth in the business. So I think my part in the first part will be end of this sentence. Thank you.
I think you cannot hop off first because there's a lot more that you can share and tell. Particularly, I think in the startup space, when you are doing supporting all these agency or organization, I mean the startup and SMEs to go overseas, how do you actually identify them? How do you know they are ready? How do you know they are good? Because it's a lot of effort to drive the SMEs or the startups to actually go overseas. Because even till today, when we are doing the fundraising for startups or the conversation of SME, our SME in Thailand is actually quite sizable. Like your conversation of innovation-driven enterprise. Not many of them actually have really gone overseas, but they are making good money, very sizable in Thailand, right? So because you're one of the IDE partners, so maybe could you can share a little bit more from there?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think this is a very, very good question. And we are faced with this kind of challenges to SME. Even there are 100 million baht revenue already. Back to 2016 that we put the Startup Thailand to national agenda. So 2 keywords that we introduced about startup, it's a scalable, repeatable, and scalable. It's been if business model, it's easy to repeatable, so you can scale up. It's not like a customized one by one business cannot. So I think most of the startup, if you are in this kind of criteria, you can go international more easy, but it doesn't guarantee that you will be successful. And back to this year project that I do get the funding from government. It's called Innovation Driven Enterprise. Most of them are SME. Just one startup is a hip-hop. Okay, so I have 2 big successful SME that we are faced in the challenging, because one is vegetable. They sell vegetable and fruit in a 7-Eleven, about 10,000 branches, 7-Eleven, vegetable and fruit. Shelf life just 2 days. So this is very challenge that it's not easy to make them go internationally. This is SME, a revenue more than 500 million already. And also the other one, also in 7-Eleven, the top one of the protein shake, if you go 7-Eleven, you can see. But protein shake, very heavy, right? So the selection criteria is, they have opportunity with some of obstacle of their products? And if not, what kind of transform the products or using the technology to helping them, like a shelf life extend more or something like that. So I think firstly is criteria. If they are not ready yet to go internationally, so we have to see some technology to helping them. Actually, in IDE program, we have 4 pillars of innovation that we are helping them. It's a product innovation, process innovation, organization, and market innovation. So I think see the products and the business model first, that they are repeatable or not. So if you repeatable business model, so you can scalable easy. But if you are SME with something not easy with your product, so we are using technology to help you in a product innovation or process innovation first, and then you go. Or I think it's very, very good for us because we have a partner, many countries, and now we're focusing in Asia because I think it's more easy, and the success case is easy for us. And we see the regulation. For example, we're talking about clean tech open. I think back to 7 years ago, we're working with the United States, LA Clean Tech incubators. So we're helping to see the regulation that can support your product to go to USA. So if the regulation is not support, so I think it's not easy to go internationally. So accelerator can helping you with a lot of connection in overseas before you invest your money to go to internationally. So I hope my answer is can answer your question.
It's very helpful. I have to say it's very helpful, because even for us, when we are supporting when we look at the whole requirement of the SMEs and startups, we now understand even better on how to partner with BIC. If in any case that the SMEs or the startup require to, I like to say, refine or innovate their offering to the general, the global space. So what is great and good in Thai, when you go overseas, there may be a change, or there may be a demand for innovation. I think this is superb. Thank you so much, Kunju, for sharing. Later on, I'm going to bring you back for some conversation. So let me now bring on another good friend of mine, P-Pop from BlockMountain, Crypto City Connect. He is ever energized. He like never run out of energy, like I say, full of fire. He is constantly thinking about the community. Earlier you met Kunju that talks about the government angle. Now you are going to hear from the community driver, P-Pop, who is the founder for BlockMountain and co-founder for Crypto City Connect. So please introduce yourself. Please tell us more about what is BlockMountain. I mean, maybe to some of the people who are in blockchain, you're already superstar. You're like celebrity, okay? But for some of them, they are still quite new with you. And also, what exactly are you doing with Crypto City Connect and Switzerland, right? Yeah. So what are you doing with this? It sounds so cool, in Switzerland, Crypto Valley, and all those kind of things.
Yes.
So please share from this two angle, and then we can continue with some exchange.
Okay, yes. Can I first I want to just introduce myself, but Kun Nong Sin already introduced all of my history already. Okay, my name is Nati. You can call me Pop. Kun Hong Sen suggest I'm a founder of the BlockMountain. I will walk through the slide, but and then I can show you what BlockMountain is. Okay, this is the BlockMountain. BlockMountain is the name of the event. We focusing in the blockchain, digital asset, and Web3 event. In Chiang Mai. Okay. Why in Chiang Mai? That very easy question, but because of I am in Chiang Mai here, that's why I'm host the event in Chiang Mai. And then another another reason that Chiang Mai is a lot of the people in digital industry, especially nomad people. Okay, can you walk to next slide? The event is host from a past already. For if next year is the 6 years of this event, because we start since 2019. This is the first date of the first year of BlockMountain. That at that time the blockchain or Web3 industry is not quite well known like this. For now, this industry is quite maturity if compare with last 5 years, right? Some people think this technology is quite it's not the real technology. It will become internet from 20 years ago, but that what we believe. That's why we set up the forum or the conference like BlockMountain, because we believe in this technology that can help or improve the productivity for many sector of industry in Thailand. That's why we try to let the people know what blockchain is from the conference. Okay, can you walk through the slide? Okay, next, please. And you can go next. Okay, this is the theme of the event. That you can go next slide. Okay, this is the mood and tone of the event. For the event, it's not just the in the conference room, like Kun Hong Sen mentioned, but we try to make the a 2 point of the conference. It's one the simple one, we want to share the knowledge of the technology, right, from the community, because of I'm invite the speaker from all around the nation who in this industry, in many angle, many industry of the blockchain, to join and share their knowledge about the blockchain and digital asset. That's the a knowledge stage, right? And then another part, and for me it's a very important part, is about the area to create opportunity for networking for the people in this industry, or the people who interest in blockchain and digital asset industry, to meet each other, and then they can get connect, and then maybe they can collaborate in the future. That's why we not just host the event in the conference room, but we have many place, some cafe, or some the garden that we try to make all the area in Chiang Mai to be the event last year. I mean this year, in the beginning of this year, about February. We have a 4-day event, in many area or many landscape of the blockchain. The first day we try to show the very soft content about the NFT and metaverse, because it's a fun content, but it's good for the first start. We can catch up the people there. People can talk about NFT, talk about the metaverse, and at the night time they can drink together, network together, especially beer here in Chiang Mai. It's quite famous. And then for the second day and third day, it's the conference day. It will be hosted by the Chiang Mai university. We have like a we get the co-host from the step that they support us the place that is very big and beautiful place for the conference. In the second day and third day, it's like a stage. For sure, at the night time, we have many side events from the partner that, as you know, the conference like this or the exhibition like this, if the exhibition like a host many day and then have some project, they can like have their private event at the night time or the parallel time. In this year, we have like a more than like a 10 side event, set up at the same time of BlockMountain. The very important side event is like the Bitcoin side event that we have like for more than 400 attendees in the garden, and then like three first like a Bitcoin pioneer in Thailand, like they quite very famous, quite very knowledge of Bitcoin in Thailand. They like sit and talk in the garden, and then we drink beer together. That very fun activity there at that night. And then we have the like a networking party or thank you party for speaker and contributor. That quite very important too for my side, because at that time or at that thank you party that the industry, the people in this industry that can join together, and then they can know each other, and then that I think it's like more powerful for them to like make the collaboration at that time, especially at the night time. Okay, and then the last day is like I let the community talk. In like in the afternoon time, we call like a brunch community talk, that they can catch up before they're back to their home. This is the like a mood and tone of the conference that we think if we have this kind of conference, it's not just only the blockchain, it's like the maybe the digital technology or startup event like this, it will be more fun. That's why I try to like experiment a kind of activity like this. This is the goal of the BlockMountain. Can you walk through the next slide? Okay, this is like a more formal, a bit formal. It's about the topic that we will share in the event in whole the week, like a 4-day. It's about the Bitcoin, metaverse, Web3, NFT, GameFi, or smart contract. Even about the blockchain, smart city, or the developer, they can join. From the 2019, maybe the area of the thing that we talk is not like a wide or big like this. At that time, we talk like a 5 to 10 topic, but now we have like this year we have like more than 50 sessions, more than 50 speakers, and then attendee from all around the nation. Is about the 1,000 people there in 4-day event. It mean like now the blockchain industry is quite wider, quite maturity. It's quite bigger. That is it. Okay, can you go to next slide? This is our partner that like actually in Thailand we have like 2 big conference about the blockchain and digital assets. One is in Bangkok. The name is like Blockchain Thailand Genesis, that BlockMountain attend there, join there like a co-host, because we are the founder of that event too. And then another exhibition is in another conference is in Chiang Mai. The name is BlockMountain. That is it. Because the difference of the 2 conference is about the in Bangkok, like the conference is like have many project joy, and then the project is maybe not in Thailand, but the project is all around the world. It's quite a bit global for the blockchain Thailand Genesis. But for BlockMountain is like and then it's more like a formal. But for BlockMountain, like because it's in Chiang Mai, I think like we try to make some more experiment about the new type of conference that make the conference more fun and then more community, and then focusing in find a way to support the startup, especially the startup from blockchain industry, to like let them have some space to speak out, have some space to present their project. That's why we focusing like the content like in Thailand. But we quite open to let the like some global project join. But in this year we have like only 3-4 global project join with us, and then we have more than like I think now this year more than 100 project owner, especially about the blockchain project owner come and join, and that the very important point that we focusing to let them join, to let them have the space to speak out, the space to find the partner and collaborate together. That this is the logo what they will come this year. Can you walk to the next slide? And this is the speaker, the 50 speaker from this year. But I think next year it will be more. Can you walk to the next slide? I think it's the same slide like another speaker. This is the speaker. And this is like the mood and tone of the event. That's all about the BlockMountain. Okay.
So let me get into few key questions. In the context of your development for BlockMountain, you have come across startups. Does BlockMountain actually facilitate and help the startup to go international? ไปต่างประเทศไหม?
Like for BlockMountain itself, it's like a place and space that they can speak out their project, right? And then for this year we will invite the like a venture capital, and then it means like for this year we have some time for the like a demo day. That is related with the project of Crypto City Connect Academy that we have like a accelerate and incubate, right? After these 2 months, and then we can get like I think we can get more than like 10 startup can create 10 project to show their project in BlockMountain demo day. Like a timeline is like the continued timeline. For September and December we start the Crypto City Connect Academy, right? That is which is the blockchain digital asset academy. And then in the next year, in the end of January, 25th to 28th, right? We have like a event in Chiang Mai, the BlockMountain event. That at that event we have the space for the demo day for startup. That's they can join. They can show their project, and then they can get the VC from there. That like Invatana and Cake Venture, and then Kungsi Finovate will join us. That's the way to get them to do the global. I think.
And when we actually approach you to be a community partner on the Global Investor Exchange Forum, what was the key factor for you to say, okay, I'm gonna be a part of GIXF?
Yeah, for sure. This is like for that what I mentioned, the BlockMountain is like the local conference, right? And then we think we know the local startup, and then we try to give the startup very easy space for them to show themselves. And then after that, we know from 10 team of this. I think maybe if have passed the Kun Hong Sin criteria, maybe they can get the space or the space of time to pitch themselves in JXF, right? Maybe 2 or 3 team, something like that. This is like the BlockMountain is like the first step for them to to go to the global. For sure. Next step is like if they have a chance from you, they will go to the JXF state.
Okay. Okay.
That's the way.
Okay. But P-Pop, thank you so much for sharing on BlockMountain. I think there's a lot of excitement coming up. To all of you who are listening in, the tone, the mood and tone, like what P-Pop has always been sharing, chill out, build a friendship, maybe friendship, maybe business. No friendship, no business, right?
Especially at night time.
Well, I think in the context of like investment, we have also have several conversations with investors that they have attended a lot of conferences, and typically they find it quite stressful where they have to meet a lot of individual startups or SMEs. Whereas in the evening part or in the networking time is where they actually get to be a little bit more chill, more relaxed. That's where friendship is made. They are more open to listen to the investment. So good job, BlockMountain, Crypto City Connect. So let me bring on your buddy, Kun Udi. All right. So Udi is basically, I have to say that he's very successful. He have done his first transaction with Foxconn, and then now he's on to his major, startup opportunity. He have already gone overseas. He is actually traveling more than he is being in Thailand. As much as he has a lot of corporate customer in Thailand, he is right now very aggressively traveling around the globe. All right. So over to you, Woody. I think BigBang Theory is a very exciting project where P-Pop is also one of your investor, right?
Right.
You see, so P-Pop is going to get very good returns for sure. Okay. And I think the conversation of metaverse, this subject itself is still new to many corporates and many investors. They have their own reservation. So I would like you to first, of course, introduce yourself a little bit more. And how do you actually envision the metaverse, impacting the international business expansion for companies like yours? Okay. That's part one. And then probably the part two is that this whole platform, exactly what is it all about and why people come to you? And then, of course, I've also heard about you meeting the Puyai, the guy from Amnoka, Amnoka, right? Yeah.
Animoca, yes.
Animoca, right? So what was that vision that you were sharing, if it's not too confidential, and how you, as Thai startup, have bravely stepped out of Thailand, step out of your comfort zone to enter the international market, right? So over to you, Woody.
Okay, thank you, Kun Hon Sin. Actually, we are from the group of the company is called MI Group. In MI Group, we have about 13 companies right now in the group. We are the group of the company that we focusing on the technology side, start from infrastructure until metaverse right here. Actually, you can call me Woody. I'm Woody Pongwood Pai Sankit. Right now, I'm Group CEO of MI Group. personally, I have in charge of a company. The last one is about the BigBang Theory. So for our group, we are like I said, we are a group of the company that we are making the we did the project for the government, private, and public sector. We split the company into 13 companies that in charge of each of the technology that we have handled. We start from the infrastructure first. From last 20 years ago, we have done a lot infrastructure around Thailand, especially in Bangkok. And then we jump out to the software house. It's called Multiverse Expert. And from the last 4 years, we focusing on the blockchain technology. I mean, we just try to jump into the blockchain area. So, and another one, we also make some concession project with the government and in Thai government and in Japan and Korean government as well. So this is our reference project. But today we are not talking about our project, right? But today we are talking about the BigBang Theory. BigBang Theory is a new company that we just set up from the last 3 months ago. So why BigBang Theory? Because the opportunity in metaverse is so huge right now. The opportunity in the metaverse, what we saw in the near future. We saw in the near future, just if we trust the Gartner. The Gartner said that 25% of the people, they will spend at least 1 hour per day in each metaverse. I don't know what metaverse is in that time, but today people try to talking about the metaverse, especially for Apple or Meta for the Mark Zuckerberg, right? Mark Zuckerberg just said from the last 2 weeks ago, they just said that today Meta or Facebook, they are focusing on MR, mixed reality and smart glasses. And another one is AI, that is a very hot topic in Thailand right now. And also McKinsey, they also said in the same way, the metaverse is too big to be ignored. The opportunity, another opportunity is about from the other country like in China and in Korea, they also their government, they also set up the policy that support the metaverse. Like in China, they also make some kind like a government metaverse to do one-stop service center in the virtual space. And what about the metaverse? Metaverse is not cryptocurrency. Metaverse is a collection of the technology that combine it together, like XR, MR, VR, and MR. For myself, I need to represent the metaverse to be like a metaverse. Offer the brand, try to think about the customer, a new customer journey. That means they can make a new chance, new oil, and new business in the metaverse side, because the behavior are changing right now. So in such a case, like in concert from the other country like Travis Scott and Justin Bieber, they also set up the concert in the metaverse with 12 billion attendees in the same time that we cannot do it in the physical world, right? And also from the Nike and H&M, they also jump in this space. From the past, we also have made a lot metaverse around Southeast Asia. In Thailand, we have about 21 metaverse brand in Thailand. We are in chance. We are involved of right now is about 13 project metaverse in Thailand. And what about the BigBang Theory? Because once we make the project for each company, we found some problem like, okay, if you would like to enter into the metaverse space, you have to spend about 3 million baht without any activity. And you have to spend about 6 months to make this kind of project. and you need a lot of skill to make it. That's why we built the BigBang as a tool to offer the fast technology that low cost, and you don't need to code anything. We claim that we are the world first metaverse infrastructure as a service, and we make sure and we try to say that we are the virtual marketing tool. We also have a lot of business function over there, and luckily me, once I'm open this project from the last year, Kun Jo from Asphere previously is a Asiasoft. He also met me and talking with me from the last year, and okay, this project is good enough for them because because Asphere they also be like a global publisher, global game publisher in Southeast Asia, around 6 countries. They also need to have some more function or some more tool to expand to the global market. And we also have be the one who make a lot metaverse in Thailand. That's why we try to talking about how to synergy together. From the past, we are talking just about the project base. Kun Jo asked us to make some metaverse project for them, but from the time to time, once we talking more together, he redesigned to invest in us, and also P-pop as well. And we also have a lot of function over there, like in the metaverse. We also make the thing possible without any coding. You can just put something inside by yourself with our tool. That means our project is look like a tool to make it happen. One of the project that we are so happy to have it is about the moment of love. In that time, in February, Thailand is not open the country yet. That means if the director they need to show the movie inside the offline, like in the cinema complex, it will be hard because this is our soft power is some kind like a wide movie. That means the top spender they come from China market, they come from Korean market, they come from Japanese market. So what we decide to do it together, we decide it to make the metaverse cinema complex in the virtual world, and they can anyone from other country they can just buy the ticket and go to the metaverse space, and they can see the movie together. Why in the metaverse? Because in the metaverse we can offer the virtual experience for their fan club. They can hug together, they can shake hand together, they can talk together like a two-way communication. They can do some activity together, they can mint the gift and send the real-time gift for the fan club in the same time. That's why the metaverse can offer can block the border. Sorry. That's why this project happened together with them, and we also have a lot partner that we have done and on the process to be done together with the partner. In the same time, we also have some more distributor that we have signed the distributor together. From last 6 months ago, we are trying to go abroad, and we have signed a partner for the global market. Like in Japan, we also have signed the distributor for Paynot, and in Korean market, we also have signed the partner with Corset to be like our solution distributor. We also focusing on the market in another country like Japan, like Korean, like Hong Kong, and we also be the one who are in the DIPA Asian Digital Award to compete with the Asian market as well. Yeah, I think that's all for me.
Hey, thank you so much for I'll say high level sharing. The thing is that you talk a lot about entertainment, but actually you did a lot of work for the corporate. It's just that you cannot name the companies. Am I right?
Yeah, right. Because
Okay.
because in some case we also have signed NDA together with them, and then one case we also have something like yeah.
Yeah, totally understand.
I have to shut up, right?
Okay,
For the name
totally
of the
understand.
company.
I think, I like to bring on the other two speakers at the same time, because I think the conversation of you as an entrepreneur, who is, bravely getting yourself into the international market space, is very ตื่นเต้นมาก เนาะ so because you probably never know what to expect, but because you have experience in your first startups, now you're on to the second, and on to the second, you very quickly focuses on the international market space. So what is there something for all the startup to learn from you, Woody, that what is it that there's so many consideration of many startup ก็ทำไมคุณไม่มีนะ How come you don't have any consideration, or do you have?
I have. In fact, we. I would say that we, because we are the team to make it happen. So we have a lot of consideration about why once we go out in the global market, we concern a lot. Like you said, we also have met the president of Animal Garden, right? How do I do? How do I do? We are not. How can I say? We are not have any connection with them, but one thing that I should do is about I should try to meet him frequently, as much as possible. In fact, this kind of the meeting from the past from the last month, I have met the president of Animal Garden. How we can do, right? I try to contact him not at least I think 20 times to contact him, and I would love to sit with him and talk about our project together. Yeah, that's why I don't have any shortcut way to make it happen.
So in short, to all the startup out there, or the SMEs who are looking to reach out to somebody, first, you cannot, you got to learn how to love rejection. The more you get rejected, the more you have to persist, if that is your target that you want in the profile or into your investment space, into having them as your investors. So this is what I'm hearing from PUD about, his persistency. And not only that, he find opportunities, checking out and looking at what, the CEO of Animoca, where do he speak? Which session is he in? And when will he be walking out? So this one I totally can relate. Because to get to know Sansini, to get to know Woody, to get to know people, it's not also just hi and that's it. It takes effort to build that relationship sincerely, that people can sense you and feel that you're genuine, right? So on the conversation of again on gearing up to go overseas, going international, this whole context and conversation on finance, money, how much would you know, right? Do you have a budgetary plan? Like I'm gonna start with Woody first, and then Pop, and then Kun Jiu. All right, about do you prepare the money? I mean, of course, government they have their budget, right? But from the private sector, from the startup angle, all right, how do you prepare yourself from the financial standpoint for the expansion plan? Woody, back to you again. Because I need you to share with all the startup first.
Actually, as I told you, we are just be a working team, right? That means we try to prepare a lot things that that is possible to prepare to go on the global market. So we learn a lot. We try to learn more from the other startup that they are go to the global scale. We try to talking more with the our advisor. We also try to talking more on the government side, private company side, the corporate side, and we learn from them. That means one criteria that every startup need to have to be like expand to the global market is about the learning curve, because you have to learn what you don't know, and you have to fill the gap as much as possible before you go on the global scale.
Okay, so move as you learn as you move.
Yes.
เข้าใจค่ะเข้าใจก็ totally align and totally understand. Any advice from both my community builder, Pipop, and also Kun Sansani or Kun Jiu? Any addition pointers to share?
I think in government size, especially in Thailand, we have a lot of government support. If you want to go overseas, for example, if you need to know the market landscape, so the connection of the accelerator that you are with can help. I think this is very important. Secondly, if you can save some money, because we talk about financial that we have to prepare to go abroad, you can see that some expense government can support you. For example, BIPT กรมการค้าระหว่างประเทศ they support the SME and startup to some of the events or the business matching overseas that you can save. So I think you see, you make a research how much exactly the financial you have to prepare for everything, and what you should use it, and you see that the resource of funding, where can you get it, on your own or on your company, or you may have friends or the potential business partner over there. So I think this will help you to spend money wisely, and I think you will achieve it soon. Yeah, like Kun Woody.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Pipop, any pointers to add?
Yeah, okay. For me, my side, like we try to make a kind of the budget use. It's not in cash, but if I think like some kind like a in kind budget, it's like a community itself. I think for the word like a collaboration. If you come to the community and then you can get in touch with the community, that you can like get more collaboration with the community who interest the same space with your side. That's why I think for me, my side, I suggest that like for the startup, like for me, you have to connect with the community. You have to connect with the community. After that, you can get the collaboration. For example, like if you got an idea and then maybe you have to find some budget to build up the development side, to build up the program, right? But if you come maybe have some opportunity in some event or in some conference that you can get in touch with the community. Maybe you can find the co-founder that can like fulfill your dream, like fulfill your dream, and then collaborate together, something like that. This is like a kind of the way to like finish the project. This is my opinion.
Okay. So need a co-founder. Have more than just one person ยากมากเนาะก็สินวัฒนะดิฉันคนเดียวเนาะ and then okay, welcome. Woody, you want to say something?
Okay, actually I also met P-pop in BlockMountain, and I also met Pijo from Asia Soft from the BlockMountain event.
Okay.
And one of the event that BlockMountain was posed together. I have met Kunjo in that kind of event.
So I must have gone to the wrong event. So Pina, I make sure I go to BlockMountain event and find my co-founder. But I think it's a lot of good sharing from all three of you, and I think we don't want to like talk so much about like the difficulty only, but there is actually a lot of benefits of going overseas. So maybe last few points of sharing from all three of you, what's the gain, what's the benefit, right, of going overseas? ก็ทำไมประเทศไทย government is pushing the SMEs and startup. No, you need to go overseas. ทำไม so in I'm gonna start with Kun Jiu first. Why going overseas is so beneficial?
I think classic answer is Thai market is very small. I just see that Singapore want to come to Thailand want to go to China or USA. So the market is very small. So I think this is thank you for giving me the first opportunity to answer. And okay, I pass to Kun Pap.
Okay, thank you. I'm the second. At least I have some answer that, especially about the startup of the like a digital platform, like for the market of the global is for sure it's quite big, cannot compare with the local market. And then in another hand, it's about the use case, right? For the use case in global market, maybe if you go global and then you can like get connect with the strategic partner, and then for the another strategic partner maybe can get the idea, give you an idea for the other business use case. It means you can extend your idea, your technology in like a more wider industry, something like that. Is that my opinion?
Okay, that's very nice. Use cases of successes, and then be able to grow from there. Okay, so my entrepreneur Woody, over to you.
Okay. I think the both the both they also talking about the market size, right? They are talking about the partnership. For me, for the BigBang project. For the BigBang project, because we need to find more partnership. Because in Thailand we can contribute our own platform to the market, because we know this market well. From the metaverse side, in Thailand right now they are not quite big opportunity to use this kind of the solution, because they just have only a few corporate that they concern or they're trying to try the metaverse space. But in the other hand, like Japan market, like Korean market, they also have a lot content over there. That means if they use that kind of content in the same way on the traditional way, they might be killed from the biggest player in their country, right? That's why they try to find out the new way or the new tool to expand more content in their own market and in the global scale market. That's why we need to go there. We like be a tool to create a new opportunity for them.
Okay, all right. I think in my personal opinion, in terms of going overseas, expand the market coverage, like what all my panelists are sharing. I think more importantly today, this is a connected world. Whether you're in the food industry, whether if you're in digital, whether you're in green, somewhere, somehow, it is connected. The world becomes smaller. But at the same time, when we say smaller, as though we can just cross the road, we can see somebody already. But it still boils down on the readiness of the startup and the SMEs, one. Two, there is also a huge conversation on funding. Pratek Thai, many people is still quite new to crowdfunding. And for the conversation on crowdfunding is also the space where we are supporting and also working tightly with P-pop. And also we are hoping to do some work with Udi and also tying closely with what BIC is doing in order to render a complementary of filling the gap of what BIC doesn't do. So gearing up for SMEs and startup to go overseas, international, it's not like a must-have, but rather it is whether their industry, competitiveness, and also the readiness of your product. And more importantly, is that the mindset of the owners and the founders, matters when come to a vision for international growth plan. Okay, so we're all in different industry. You do need to study your industry to get to know how you want to play the game. And I want to also close with this quote that, the whole world is about clone. It's just a matter of you clone better or somebody else clone better than you. But again, I want to also say for Woody's work, his work is super amazing. And we are in the space for Sinwatana, we're in the space of fundraising. People always say, do we compete with who? No, actually we don't. We basically fill the gap of where the traditional finance doesn't cover. So again, today, some 3 of my panelists, thank you very much for coming on to the call. And I wish you're having a very good day. And I want to say thank you very much for supporting Sinwatana all the time. ขอบคุณนะคะทุกท่าน
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ